لما كنت في سوريا انتهزت الفرصة لأمارس العربية. Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your Arabic teacher Sam, and this is episode 10 of Arabic Phrase of the Day. Hope you guys are well. Let's get into it. So, we just have a nice little phrase today. I'll hold this a bit close to my face. This is actually a phrase that you would actually use in your real life. You know, sometimes in these Arabic Phrase of the Day, we kind of go through things that there's more kind of wisdom or grammar lessons or vocab lessons in it, but this really is packed with stuff that you should use on your, in your daily conversations in Arabic. So let's go through it one word at a time. So lemma means when. Arabic has a few different words for when, depending if it's a conversation or whether you're kind of setting the scene for something. So lemma is kind of when you're setting the scene for something. You're saying when this happened, blah blah blah. When I was a child, blah blah blah. لما كنت طفلا كذا وكذا. When I was a child, this and that. لما كنت في المدرسة كذا وكذا. This and that, right? So lemma is what that's for. Okay, so when. لما كنت. So when I was. Kuntu is from the verb kana, meaning to be. And kuntu is the way that we conjugate it in the first person, right? So when I was. لما كنت. When I was في سوريا. When I was in Syria. Syria is Syria, right? لما كنت في سوريا. I've never actually been to Syria. So it's not me. I've taken this from one of the lessons in My Arabic World. But so it's another character who says this. But so when I was in Syria. Syria, you might be wondering, well, there's a fi before it, so why doesn't Syria have a kasra on the end? Some words are what we call mebni. They don't express their case. They are built upon a certain letter. And Surya, this is the case that it's mebni al alif. It's just built on an alif, right? It's not the opposite of which is mu'arab, means that you do i'rab of it and it expresses its case on the end. But Surya doesn't need it. I remember in like my first week of studying at university, there was one girl in my class and she kept saying, Ana adrusu fi sawasi. So she had said the name of the university, which is SOAS, and then put a kasra on the end of it. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, you would expect to. You're saying fi, and then you're putting a kasra on the end of the word that comes after fi. Like, she's followed the rules that we've just been taught, but so it made sense that someone in the first week at university would do that, but I remember us all finding it funny, and but anyway, so I absolutely understand if you would think that you would do that, but with names of countries, or names of most countries rather, like there are some names of countries, like for example the country Misr, Egypt, which is mu'arab. It does express its case ending, although it is also mamnu' min as-sarf. So you would say fi Misra rather than fi Misri if you're saying in Egypt. If you're talking about Egypt as the country, there is a time in the Quran. I had a conversation recently with a good friend of mine who also is one of my mentors on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, Brother Ismail Beaumont, who runs Maysur Arabic. Such an incredible Arabic teacher. You should all go and follow him. He's a graduate from Islamic University of Medina, as well as a very, very dedicated Arabic teacher. I mean, like seriously dedicated Arabic teacher, mashallah. And I was having a discussion with him recently because he helped me with some of the proofreading for my workbooks and the answer sheets and stuff for the Arabic in 60 Steps program. And we're talking about the word Misr. And the word Misr, there is a time in the Quran when it's used to just mean a land. It's just a place. It's not talking about the actual country, Egypt. I think it's from Surah Taha. Ihbitu Misran. I think it says Ihbitu Misran. Like go into Misran, go into a land. We were talking about whether it was mamnu' min as-sarf or not. And but we kind of came to, when we looked at the different ayat in the Quran, we kind of came clear to us that when it means the country, it's mamnu' min as-sarf, so let's say fi Misra. But if it was Misr, just meaning like a land, then it would be Misrin. You can say that, fi Misrin. If we're talking about Egypt, back to the point about Syria, if we're talking about a country, then Misr is mamnu' min as-sarf. You'd say لما كنت في مصر if you're saying when I was in Egypt. But in this case you don't need to because Syria is mebni ala al-alif. Very nice. So when I was in Syria. انتهزت الفرصة. This is really nice. Make a note of this, inshallah. انتهزت الفرصة. It means to seize the opportunity. To seize the opportunity to do something. So انتهزت الفرصة ليه? So it's what's written here and it's what was said here in the video. And I was always taught to say انتهزت الفرصة ل something, to say li. But I have seen examples on the internet of people saying انتهزت الفرصة من, to say I seized the opportunity from or of something and something, right? But here they use li, and I was always taught li as well. So we'll keep it with li. So انتهزت الفرصة li. So we have li, and then we have a verb afterwards. You know, generally as a rule, you don't have prepositions before verbs, right? You can't say fi ektubu, in I wrote, right? It doesn't make sense. Or in I write, rather. But in this case, this li is short for li'en. It's sort of to that, right? So I seize the opportunity to that. Umarisa. Umarisa is from a form 3 verb, which is marasa, which means just to practice something. You can use it for sports, you can use it for practicing anything, really. And then the noun of which is mumarisa. Mumarasatun. Yeah, that's the masdar. The practicing of something. But here we say li umarisa. And because we would say li an umarisa, we can just say li umarisa. You know, the li is short for the li an, and you join it onto the verb as well. So li umarisa, to practice what? Al-Arabiyyata. For the practicing of al-Arabiyyata, for the practicing of the Arabic. Why can we not just say al-Arabi? You know, we always hear Arabs, when we go to Arab countries, we hear we always hear people refer to the Arabic language with Arabi. أنت بتتكلم عربي, you know, hear that in Egypt, or أما بتحكي عربي, you hear that in Palestine. But if you're speaking in Fusha, you really should use al-Arabiyya with a ta marbuta on the end when you're talking about the language. Why? Because it's implied that you're describing the lughatun. You know, lughatun is obviously feminine. It's implied that you're talking about al-lughat al-Arabiyyata. You know, and that's why when you're talking about the language, it's best to put a ta marbuta on the end. That one always catches out people who speak Ammiya at home. But yeah, when you're talking about the language, best practice to put a ta marbuta on the end. And that's everything for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next 3 episodes, buckle your seatbelts for these episodes, because we have planned 3 palindrome episodes. If you're not sure what a palindrome is, it's when a phrase says the same thing one way as it does the other. So like the name in English, like Hannah, for example, like whichever way you read it from, it's H-A-N-N-A-H. Or the word race car, right? From whichever side you read it, it says race car, right? If you read it backwards or frontwards. And we have 3 in Arabic here, and they're really cool. 2 of them are from the Quran, 1 of them is not. And that's what we're going to be getting into the next 3 episodes of Arabic Phrase of the Day. You guys have been watching the Arabic with Sam channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you guys in episode 11. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.